Inside Whalie, it felt like a dream. Farrell saw the motion and changes to the world, but he didn't feel them, like he wasn't as part of it as he could be. He felt a part, and he wondered what Whalie felt. He tried to absorb what he saw, to witness this otherworldly transformation. The ocean moved by, and no matter where he looked, it seemed like the sun was setting, that the sky was on fire, and that the ocean was burning. It was too big, though. The world was too big, and there was too much going on for him to know. It had taken some time, how much he wasn't sure. Within the fire of the horizon all around him and within the ocean, like a deep blue fire, he knew there was something else coming. It was hard to say, but it seemed like he was seeing around him as the whale saw. The boy didn't know it, but angels have been described as beings made of eyes that could see in all directions simultaneously. They were beings that descended from heaven, and nothing was hidden from them. Whalie was wondrous. Farrell felt no cold, nor heat, rather an enveloping contentment and being without sensation. Inside the whale, he couldn't say whether it was hot or cold. It was as if those conditions couldn't exist, not in that place. Whether it could be called a place was also hard to say, but Farrell was there, so what else could it be? There was no air, but he could breathe. Or he didn't have to. It was solid in the same way that Whalie was solid, like dry, warm, spongy putty. He could use it to move if he wished, but if he didn't, it wasn't there. We have begun the shift into the next world. Each time before, the process has been quicker. I suspect because of you, this shift may take more time.
Why?
I do not know. The process has always been faster. I have not had the chance to see the shift in so much detail, at this pace.
Hey, Whalie?
Yes.
What are you?
Whalie didn't talk for some time. You ask such strange questions, so distinct.
What do you mean?
I've never been asked that question. It has never been important. When you ask it, though, the question must be confronted. I must confront it. And that act is very confusing to me.
Well, here, try asking me what I am.
What are you?
I'm a human. See, that was easy. Now you try.
When Whalie would think, there would be calming silence throughout him. His words were a vibration felt through Farrell's entire body. It was tangible and pleasant, but it was more than that. Farrell could feel an uncertainty. The act of questioning itself was tangible as well. The uncertainty was visceral. He could feel that uncertainty just like the words. The boy was certain of it. Whalie was smiling, and Farrell could feel it.
Why are you smiling, Whalie?
Something interesting. I knew, but it wasn't present with me. You are a human, whom that is true, but you are many other things, and the list, the combination, is as endless as the worlds.
Endless?
Consider whom you are human. You are also a boy. You are also small, but you are also big. You share qualities between those 4 things and many others. I understand more of why your question, whom that question, is so difficult to put into words.
Wait a minute. I'm not really big, though. I'm pretty small.
Perhaps. There are things you are bigger than, though, and in that you share qualities of bigness, whom likewise with smallness, or else you could not be either of those things.
Oh, I guess that makes sense. I am big and small?
In a manner of speaking.
So we can say you're a whale, but that is not all you are.
Indeed. Like you, I must be many things, but only in a particular way. Not an amalgamation, but something else of them. There must be something me that is not the parts of what I am. Your questions are interesting.
I don't understand.
I don't either. Let me explain my thoughts, if I may.
All right.
Let's use me as an example this time. What do you think I am? What are some pieces that could make me?
Well, you're a whale. You're also big. You go places, so you're a traveler, and you're small too, I guess, in the same way that I am big and small. You fly, so you're a flyer. You talk, so you're a talker. Wow, I see. That is confusing. You're so many things, and I haven't even said them all.
It didn't confuse me until I questioned it, because while I am all those things, I am also none of them. For instance, if I am big, that should mean I can't be anything else. Big can only be big. It must be itself. If it was anything else, it would not be big. So I must be big and nothing else. But I am also small, and there is the same problem. I am not sure how to resolve it. I am everything, and it seems I can't be at the same time.
Farrell wasn't sure he was following what was being said, but he thought he was. I'm not sure, but I think I understand. If I'm big, I can't be small. I also can't be human, because human isn't big. Human is human. It's the same with everything. But I am a boy, and I am bigger than some things and smaller than others, and...
It's interesting. Let's think about it and let it sit for a while.
But I want to figure it out.
We are coming into the next world, whom there will be time later.
Farrell would have kept asking, but the outside was changing rapidly.
The horizon and blue fire water were still there, but they were dimmer, like a shadow of themselves fading slowly as the light grew stronger. As they disappeared, a new world was appearing in tandem. It had no color. It seemed gray and lifeless, empty and unchanging. I will miss your world, especially the whales. They are the best storytellers. So few worlds have them. It will be some time before we fully enter this world. I need to prepare myself to be there. Farrell just nodded, and Whalie understood. The world Farrell knew was disappearing, but that wasn't his focus. He felt happy the world he came from existed, that it was in its corner of time and space. He felt an oddness, wondering why he felt this way. Mostly, he felt awe and beauty overwhelm him as the sky burned into the next world.